you hinted at this, Eric, but you're now defending the Constitution, and you just wanted to run a bar. You just wanted to be a neighborhood gathering place where people could get together and maybe even work out their differences. And now you're like defending the Constitution.
No,
did you see this happening?
I did not see this happening. It's kind of crazy. The whole reason why I opened up a bar was so that I didn't have to get involved in any of these items. I didn't want to be.
You thought these were settled issues?
I thought these were settled issues. For those of y'all who haven't been to the bar, it's just last night. Two guys were having an argument about the death penalty. Not the greatest argument that you want to have in the bar. And one of them looked at me and apologized, and I said, you don't have to apologize. This is why bars exist, so that people who have differing views can talk to each other and have a good idea of what's going on. But we're all sick of hearing it now, so let's talk about sports instead.
Yeah. Well, there is, and we were talking about this before, but there's something about the lockdowns that have sort of broken our ability to work through things with our neighbors when they come from a different political perspective. And I had sort of aspired with the founding of Free the People, like we were going to have what I was calling transpartisan conversations. And now nobody can talk about anything, and they immediately decide that you're either a good guy or a bad guy, depending on the emojis on your Twitter account. And bars were the one place where those rules did not apply. So let me ask you where we're at now. How is business? And it sounds like at least one pair of people were willing to have a partisan. I assume they didn't kill each other over the death penalty?
They didn't kill each other, and they actually shook hands at the end of the conversation.
See, that's how it's supposed to work.
So it was a really rough 2 years for the bar. And in different parts of the country, in D.C., we weren't allowed to operate at full capacity for more than 14 months.
Yeah.
And then we had additional requirements put on us the next winter.
When did this start? In 2020, but
2020, March 17th was the day that it started, and then we were allowed to reopen, I want to say May 27th, but my dates might be off a day or two in between here and there of the following year, 2021. And we were actually showing signs of life. We were doing well last summer and into the winter, and then when the mayor put on these onerous requirements and illegal requirements, somehow people started to not want to come out anymore.
Yeah. Remind people what you did to bring the entire wrath of the D.C. government.
I mean, it's honestly, I'm a very reasonable guy. The only thing that I said was that everybody is welcome at my bar. That it didn't make sense for my servers to have to wear masks when nobody around them was wearing masks. They're not second-class citizens, and they don't need to be treated like they're vectors of disease because they're working. They're good people. And the second major thing that I said was, hey, it's not my job to check people's personal medical status. If the government wants to do that, put an agent at my door. I've got enough stuff to do already. We're on 3 floors. We've got people upstairs and down. We've got to take orders, get food, and that is, once again, if you've never been to the bar, there are windows all the way around the place, and it is a voluntary act to put your hand on that door. There was nobody compelling you to walk in. For some reason, these are tried and true American values, that everybody's welcome. And I have no idea how people's brains have wrapped themselves into thinking that that is not something that we're all about.